Hello, and welcome to the West Virginia Entrepreneurship Ecosystem Call, first one of the year, January 14th, 2025. Welcome back. We hope you had a restful holiday break, and we are eager to get things rolling. Amber, let's get it kicked off.
Yeah, Happy New Year, everyone. We're going to start by just doing a quick update on Bridging Innovation Week, and then we'll dive into our agenda. We're delighted to let everyone know that today registration is open starting right now. So Jen is going to drop the registration link in the chat for everyone, and we'll quickly go over a look at the week's events. We have a really cool lineup coming into place. So again, we will be in Shepherdstown April 28th through May 2nd. Jen, you want to talk a little bit about the lodging block before we dive into agenda?
Sure, absolutely. So we have actually booked the entire Bavarian Inn for the event. Most people we felt like would want to stay there. We also know that it's not within the budget of everyone. They have certain rooms available at certain dollar amounts for nights. Government rate, as listed on there, is available with a tax exempt form, but you must call them to make reservations. If you try to look on their website, or if you call and you don't mention Bridging Innovation Week, they're going to tell you they're sold out. So please, if you're interested in staying at the Bavarian, please make those reservations soon. The other option, Amber, if you'll scroll down, because I guess I'm not, okay, is the Hampton Inn and Suites in Charlestown. Those are both government rate and standard room block nights at that hotel as well. It's not very far. Some people may prefer it because it's close to the casino, depending on what you're looking for when you're joining us that week. But those are two different options. Please, please, please book early. We can, if it's sold out or if something says that there's no rooms available, reach out to me by email, and I'll check on that. Like I said, once we sell out the Bavarian, that's sold out, but we can add additional nights at Hampton Inn and Suites. And there is another, they do have another property close by there if we would happen to fill that as well. So just book early, book often, and we'll see you. We'll see you in April.
Perfect. Yeah, we're really excited. What a cool place to have our room block in a historic location in Shepherdstown. So hopefully everyone can come hang out with us and look at this year's events. So Terry, you want to start us with Monday?
Yes, absolutely. So we would love to see as many of you as possible on Monday. As you know, we kick off on Monday, we end on Thursday. We know that the Eastern Panhandle can be a bit of a drive for folks across the state. So we are not kicking off until around lunchtime on Monday. So there's plenty of time. We know we've talked to several people from Charleston that are coming up. We thought that noon would be a good time to start. So we'll have two different workshops going on Monday. The lunch will be all together, and then we'll break out into individual workshops. So the first one will be focused on entrepreneurship, acquisition, and succession planning. And the second one will be building Black business in West Virginia and Appalachia. So we are very excited to get those kicked off. As you will see in the chat, there is a link for registration. So we have one registration link, and you can read all about those workshops and everything that's going on during Bridging Innovation Week through that link. Amber, you want to talk about Tuesday?
Sure. So our annual conference will be taking place Tuesday. We have just an awesome kind of lineup for what we're thinking during that day. The morning, we will be doing something called intentional collisions. We have over 20 partners that are going to be joining us as table partners, and you can sign up for face-to-face time with them to discuss your ideas, get some technical assistance. So you will get access to that sign-up genius when you register for the event. At the same time, if you're not in for intentional collisions, there will be limited space workshops available that are really hands-on, interactive, and our ecosystem showcase. Then we'll go into a great networking lunch. We have some keynote panels in our main stage, State of the State panel, where state leaders will share what we're doing as an entrepreneurial economic development lens. Then we're going to go into the investment collaborative, where Michelle's group will be reverse pitching, and we have different investors coming to the table to talk about what they have to offer our entrepreneurs and small business owners. And then we'll be doing a federal panel. And at the same time, again, hands-on workshops. So this conference registration is also live. What you'll see is we have an Eventbrite collection set up so that in that Eventbrite collection for Bridging Innovation Week, all of the events that require registration are listed. So you'll be able to do a deep dive on those. All right, Wednesday, Tara.
Perfect. Thank you. All right. So Wednesday, we're going to keep it rolling is competition day. So we will have Spark West Virginia, Ignite West Virginia. We're working with Marshall to do their business model competition again. And then we will have two different sets of demos going. So Vantage Ventures will have demos in addition to the National Science Foundation Innovation Corporation demos. So we'll have three different pitch competitions and two different rounds of demos. So if you're sitting here and maybe you're an angel investor or a venture capitalist, this is your day. We would love to see you there. And it's free to attend all of those pitches and demos during the day. All right. Thursday, what's it looking like, Amber?
Perfect. And we're wrapping up the week with our pipeline of entrepreneurs. So WVU Extension, our team, and Shepherd University, along with the Department of Education, will be hosting a hands-on workshop for middle and high school students, along with Shepherd's business plan competition for high school students. So that will be a really hands-on day for our young people. If you all are interested in being there and kind of networking with young people, let us know as well. But it's shaping up to be a really fun event. Sponsorships are still available, so we will send that information, the registration collection on Eventbrite, and hope to see everyone signing up early and often. And we would love for you to share it with your networks as well, so we can really make this a robust program up in the Eastern Panhandle.
My
Okay.
apologies, we didn't put Monday evening's reception on the website yet. I have to do that. But there is a sign up for that. So Monday evening, there will be a welcome reception that is hosted by some of our local economic development partners in the area at the Garage on King, starting at 5 p.m. So everybody needs to come on Monday to kick off the week with us and enjoy some of the food that I saw when I looked it up because I'd never heard of it before.
Yes, and it's a super cool location, and I know that they're highlighting some of their local pitches as well. Through like Build Up Berkeley and some of their local chamber pitches will have space at that event as well to showcase their ideas. So really exciting. Okay, so now we're going to dive in. So our partner spotlight this week or this month is Vantage Ventures. So Elliot, I will throw it over to you and you can share your screen and take it away.
Thank you very much. Everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Cool. Nice to meet everyone. I'm here to talk a little bit about Vantage Ventures today. My name is Elliot Smith. I'm the program coordinator here. I work alongside Dr. Ryan Angus, the executive director, who some of you may know, as well as James Carnes, our entrepreneur in residence from Iconic Care, which a lot of you probably know as well. I'm from West Virginia, originally from Elkins. I went to WVU for my MBA, and then I worked in tech sales out in Silicon Valley for several years, and then remotely in tech sales for the last few years. So I've been back in West Virginia with my family for a few years now. I'm just excited to be in this position to help aspiring entrepreneurs here in the state. So for those of you that don't know, Vantage Ventures is an initiative of the John Chambers College of Business and Economics, and we accelerate and invest in the growth of scalable startups here in the state. And to accomplish this mission, we operate an accelerator program as well as a pre-seed investment fund through WVU Foundation. We were also recently awarded an EDA grant so that each startup gets into the program receives $10,000 automatically in non-dilutive technical assistance funding. So I'll end today's talk with that, kind of a call to action as we're looking for more external vendors to build out that network as well as mentors. But the main thing I want to talk today is about the accelerator program itself, just some of the details to make sure everyone's aware on the call, whether they have a startup or whether they know someone that has a startup that might be a good fit. As far as the details of the program, it's 13 weeks long and there's 2 cohorts submitted per year, one in September and one in January. Our first official cohort starts in January 28th in 2 weeks. So we're excited for that. And we just wrapped up our pilot cohort last fall in September. It's in person and remote friendly. So half the folks are going to be in Morgantown, half of them will be scattered throughout the state. And the main requirements for it are you have to be it has to be a scalable business, so something scalable outside of the state of West Virginia, ideally on a global scale. And at least one co-founder needs to live in the state. So whether they're a university student or a permanent resident of West Virginia, at least one of your co-founders has to be here in West Virginia. In terms of the program perks, there's a lot of those. The big one being that $10,000 technical assistance funding that you get by being accepted into the program. Students can also get $14 an hour to work on their startups through our student program if they are in, as well as free co-working space in Reynolds Hall and Ascend WVU, which everyone really likes. Obviously, you get to collaborate with other aspiring entrepreneurs, get connected with mentors, hear from some cool external speakers throughout. And we're really excited to have James Carnes as our entrepreneur in residence here to work with them weekly. In terms of what goes on during the program, there's a really strong emphasis on teaching entrepreneurs how to test assumptions. So a big piece of it is testing assumptions, getting stuff done week over week. We have a few collaborative class sessions per week, and we also have one-on-ones with the individual startups weekly as well. And at the end of the program, we've got, at the end of the 13 weeks, we've got a presentation day, or like Tara referred to earlier, a demo. We try to call it, we'll probably call it something fancier, closer to Bridging Innovation Week. But we really wanted to be more of a presentation of findings than a pitch versus, and really wanted to talk about kind of what they learned during the program, how they got that feedback from customers, how they iterated and built off of that. And some of them are going to be ready to ask for funding at that point. Some of them are just going to be asking for recommendation from the judges of that competition. But either way, a lot of the local investors from around the state are invited to that. A lot of the folks that are going to be there, if they do ask for funding in the future, they've already made that good first impression. For those of them that are ready to ask for funding, at the end of those 13 weeks, they get an additional meeting with our investor committee. It'll be a longer session, more traditional pitch with some Q&A. And all of those that make it to that investment committee final meeting are eligible for up to $100,000 via safe notes from our investment fund. So you can see here, Bright just won the full $100,000 last cohort, and we're looking forward to seeing what the next ones do. So once the program's over, the startups become alumni. We work with other local investors to make sure they can access the capital and resources they need to continue to grow and thrive here in the state. And as I mentioned, to end things, there's a very heavy emphasis on testing. So we're really pushing them to get a lot of stuff done. Sometimes startups at this early stage have trouble accessing enough funding to even do proper testing. In this case, they have the EDA grant, which is really awesome. The other piece of that is we need to build out a strong network of all these different technical assistance vendors. So if anyone on the call has any expertise in any of these areas or knows anyone that does, we'd love to be connected with them so we can build out that network of technical assistance vendors as well as mentors for the startups going forward. Feel free to email me or vantage@mail.wve.edu, connect me on LinkedIn, and I'll put my other information in the chat. Thank you for your time today.
Wow, Elliot, right on time. Great work, buddy. Okay.
They run an accelerator program where they do
Yeah,
that.
this guy knows how to pitch. Okay, I love it. So the one big thing I wanted to mention is I really enjoyed those pitches from Vantage Ventures in December. I think you guys are doing an excellent job. And if anyone missed this point, I think it was really important. People can be paid to work on their businesses through Vantage Ventures and their accelerator program. So that's awesome. Thank you to Ryan and Elliot for being the spotlight speaker today. All right, next up, I would like to invite my friend Mike Green to talk about a very special award that is now open. So Mike, I'll turn it over to you.
Thanks, Tara. Anybody, can you all hear me? Perfect. So I'm really honored to be able to talk about my friend Guy Peduto. So as there is every year for the last 4 years, we've been giving an award at Bridging Innovation to people who have, we acknowledge the fact that has made an outstanding contribution to entrepreneurship here in the state. Make a long story short, I don't think any of us would be here today on this type of a Zoom if it weren't for the catalytic kind of innovation brought to us by the late Guy Peduto. So this is just a pre-announcement that at this year's Bridging Innovation will be honoring someone who has made and we acknowledge in fact that they've made outstanding contribution to entrepreneurship in the state. And I'm sure that we will be making future announcements, but we wanted to get that out early, that people knew that they should be thinking about people they would like to nominate for this particular prestigious award. So look forward to that, and I'm sure we'll be putting out information for people to acknowledge who you think should be given that particular award. I mean, Guy Peduto, I know many of you on this call knew Guy. For those of you who didn't, you really missed something. He was an incredible guy, and he really is the catalyst for many of the programs that we have here related to entrepreneurship. The 3 steps to startup model that we use today, that he and Michelle O'Connor put together, this was the brainchild of Guy Peduto, among many, many other things. And his humanity, his humility, his patience, his passion for entrepreneurship is something that lives on in our community as a result of the great effort that he put in the early days to create what we think is really an outstanding entrepreneurship ecosystem here in the state. So anybody getting that award, it should be something they should be very proud of, and I'm glad to be part of it. Thank you.
Like, it's an honor to have a previous Guy Peduto Award winner here, and Michelle, and I know Martin Jenkins, and we just had incredible representation of that award. So thank you. I do have to ask, our next speaker is Leah with High Rocks, and I'm not sure if Leah is on one of our phone numbers. So Leah, if you are, do you want to come off mute? Okay. If not, we'll go ahead and move on to our next update. So Kent, do you want to tell us a little bit about this month's Empower Hour?
Yeah, sure, Amber. Thanks to you and Tara for inviting me to highlight that coming up. I'm with Kent Walker with the USDA Rural Development, work with the Southern West Virginia Community Network and the Rural Partners Networks. And we have 2 networks in West Virginia that cover 20 total counties. So really appreciate all the partners, stakeholders, and friends here on the call every month and the opportunity to talk about our Empower Hours. So every month, our third Thursday at noon, we have what we call our Empower Hour, and that's a presentation by a person talking about their organization or opportunity that often is open statewide. It usually focuses on our community networks, but it's open to anybody statewide. I'll drop a link here in the chat in just a moment where you can register for that. And this month, it's going to be Natalie Roper. She's with the Just Transition Fund based out of Pittsburgh, and they cover West Virginia and are often a good source of matching funds for grants to help get that last 10 or 20% of a project knocked out of the park. So she's going to be talking with us about some of the projects that they have funded, how you can obtain that funding, and what the opportunities might be. For those who might remember, Tara and Amber were our presenters in November of 2024, and they came to us with a very unique question answer style of presentation that seemed to be really well received. So we appreciate that. But again, just wanted to put that out there, the opportunity that's coming up Thursday, the 16th. So here in just a couple of days, it'll be at noon. And if you'll just register through the link, it's free, open to anybody to attend. We'd love to have you. Also, if you all have services that are open statewide or within our 2 networks, our Southern Network or our Pioneer Action Network in the central part of the state, we would love to have you as a presenter as well. I'll put my contact information in the chat. Please feel free to reach out to me, and I'd be happy to connect you with that. So with that, I hope to see everybody Thursday at noon for the Empower Hour. Thanks a lot.
Great, Kent. It's almost like you practice too. Appreciate you. No, that's an awesome opportunity. And I know that having a funder that considers funding match is really big for West Virginia communities. So encourage you all to check out the Just Transition Fund and what they're doing. Next, we have an awesome opportunity that we've been partnering with Commerce Communications on for anybody registered for Bridging Innovation Week. So Andy, do you want to tell us a little bit about Everyone Social?
Absolutely. Thank you so much. There'll be a message in the chat for anyone on here who's interested in participating early. This is all free, and it all helps people promote themselves and their businesses and whatever their effort is. It's called Yes West Virginia. It's coordinated with state agency channels and a sharing tool. And the example I'll give you is if I took the link today that we were given, and when I put it into this tool, all 250 people that are in Everyone Social can share it on their personal social media profiles today. So we don't wait on PR, we're letting the community promote itself. And that is the main benefit of this, that it's free. It's a way that we can take your content from your organization and content that the Department of Commerce makes with you and news stories that are important to the entrepreneurship ecosystem and send that out through people's personal social media profiles. The value of that is the program has doubled in size since last year. Since last January, it has a network of about 373,000 unique connections. If we do that again with adding folks that want to participate from the conference and anyone on this call, we could go up to 800,000 reach. That's a very large media audience. We've generated 60,000 engagements, 64,000 clicks to content that we put into the system. So it's delivering traffic as well as impressions, 4.3 million impressions on Yes West Virginia content just in the past 12 months. So this is an open invitation to anyone on this call and anyone that will be attending the conference to be able to get a free seat in the West Virginia Department of Economic Development's Yes West Virginia program. If you go to LinkedIn and search that, you will see the people and the content that's being shared today. And if you do it tomorrow, you're going to see it on a bunch of people's profiles that shared the registration page. If you have any questions, please email me, call me. My name's all over the internet because I'm the press person for the state. So thank you so much for the time. We look forward to really knocking it out of the park with you all. Have a good day.
Wow, another perfect pitch. I mean, it was literally 1 second and you ended, Andy. That was incredible. All right, Andy, thanks so much for your continued support of the West Virginia entrepreneurship ecosystem, and we will get that information shared out. Next, we ask Domenica Queen, can you talk to us about the Creative Network, which actually came as your work through the West Virginia Entrepreneurship Ecosystem Subcommittee in the Arts Chair. So we'd love to hear about the new position that's open.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I'm Domenica Queen. I'm the operations director with the Tamarack Foundation for the Arts. And among many things, TFA offers entrepreneurship support for artists and creative professionals. We envision a state where art is woven into the lives of all people and is a driving force for the state's cultural, social, and economic vitality. And today I'm on the call to share news about job opportunities within our organization that have resulted from our successful ARC Power Implementation Grant. So we were successful in that, and we're getting to take our project establishing the Creative Network a little bit further, a little bit deeper with the communities and artists in West Virginia. It has a 3-year timeline, and it aims to build critical support infrastructure to address gaps in access to services, resources, capital, markets, and consumers for West Virginia arts entrepreneurs. So right now, we currently have a position open for a full-time West Virginia Creative Network manager. To get all of the details about that position that's open, I'll drop the link in the chat. This position closes at midnight on Wednesday, but also over the next 12 months, we will be posting 6 part-time positions and a second full-time management role, and probably a couple other positions as well associated with this project and others that we have going. So what I'm really asking for you guys to do is just keep an eye out for those postings, refer your most lovely humans to us, and follow us on social media because that's where you're going to hear about a lot of this first. We're also trying to post these things on Business Link and other channels that you might find familiar, but we're really excited to get this going and get more folks hired to help us with the expanded workload of this project. So I'll be brief. Thanks for your time. I'll put this in the chat.
Great. Thank you so much. I know that's a tremendous opportunity for artists, and we're very thankful for you partnering with the ecosystem to build that network up.
It's
So
been
next,
extremely helpful and rewarding. Thank you.
thanks. Thanks. So next we have Dawn, who's going to talk to us about the West Virginia Women's Business Center Empower Her program.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Dawn Hilbert, and I am a business advisor and program manager with the West Virginia Women's Business Center, which is a program of Partner Community Capital. So I'd like to tell you about a project of ours called Empower Her. And the goal of the project is to offer team-based support for women entrepreneurs and women-owned businesses in some of the most rural parts of the state. 9 counties will be included in the project, and I'll run them down, but I will put them in the chat in a few minutes. They are Boone, Calhoun, Clay, Lincoln, Mingo, McDowell, Rome, Wirt, and Wyoming. So we hope that with these deeper, more intensive services, we can improve the longevity and the profitability of these businesses. We're going to offer team-based services lasting several months, and it'll be customized to the business's needs, including training and advising, but also technical assistance. And so at this point, we are seeking businesses and entrepreneurs who would like to participate. I will put my contact information in the chat. So if you know of an eligible business, you can pass it on or get in touch with us. You can also find us at wvwomen.org on the internet. Thank you.
Perfect. Thanks, Dawn. We appreciate it. We're looking forward to hearing more about the Empower Her program. Okay, next up, Sarah, can you talk to us about FBLA? I heard you need some volunteers.
Let me unmute. Absolutely. So can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Not yet, but I did give you permission, Sarah, so you should be able to now.
Okay, let's try. now. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So I am going to be speaking on behalf of West Virginia Future Business Leaders of America. West Virginia Future Business Leaders of America is the pipeline into the business sectors and the entrepreneurship world of our ecosystem. So today they are asking for judges, workshops, presenters, and exhibitor halls. So maybe. There we go. Okay, so the competition judge, if you want to sign up to be a competition judge, you'll support the next generation of business leaders. You will get to actually see these students and what they're creating. And all of our judges always come back and say that they are amazed and they are hopeful after seeing what our youth is coming up with. So I highly encourage you to participate in that way. As a workshop presenter, you can choose a topic and choose to do a quick 45-minute workshop with these students, usually anywhere from 20 to 50 students in a room, depending on the conference size. As an exhibit hall participant, there is a fee associated with that as part of our sponsorship. And you can actually be a part of our exhibit hall where you can network with students throughout the day. Sorry, I went the wrong way. The competition judge, just to give you a little overview of what that looks like, in February, you will get a recording with a training webinar that is sent before State Leadership Conference. March 13th is the date for competition, so you'll attend SLC. If you're unable to attend SLC, which is in Kingwood, West Virginia this year at Camp Dawson, you can do pre-judging, which is virtual judging, where you judge students' projects before they go to that State Leadership Conference. The judging time is from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. And there is an award ceremony at 6 p.m., which is optional if you would be interested in attending. If you're interested in being a workshop presenter, in January, you want to make sure to sign up to be a volunteer. February, get your workshop ready. You'll present on March 13th as well. Workshops will go from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. So if you do want to be both a judge and a presenter, you will be a judge and a workshop presenter. You can do both of those.
Sarah,
The
you know,
exhibit
wrap it up, darling.
Okay, exhibitor hall is the same time and you can do that. And I will just really quickly throw up, there's some sponsorship opportunities, but if you would be interested in signing up to be a volunteer, feel free to scan this QR code and thank you for your time today.
Perfect. Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, Amber and I have both volunteered with FBLA, and I know there are several on this call that I have seen doing the judging. So it's a really fun experience if you've never done that. So thank you for sharing that opportunity, Sarah. Okay, next up, we get so many questions about LG and the amount of money that they have. So, spoiler alert, we've got Matt and Bob on the call, and they're going to tell us all the money that they're going to invest in West Virginia. And we are so excited to hear from Matt and Bob. Everyone listen up. Over to you guys.
Thanks, Tara. Appreciate the intro and setting me up there. It's great to see everybody. I've met several of you before, and looking forward to connecting with everybody here in the future. So Matt Hartzog here. I'm working with Bob to help stand up the Nova West Virginia Investment Fund affiliated with LG Nova that's specifically scoped onto the state of West Virginia. We're actively looking up to stand up this effort. So spoiler alert, nothing yet, but we are laying the foundation and the framework and going through the legal effort to get this stood up. Hopefully here in the next few months, we have a lot more to report back on, yeah, hopefully we have more information to deliver then. I'll be focused more on the investment side, so please reach out to me with any questions. Happy to dive into those and connect with folks, and then also the southern part of the state. And I'll toss over to Bob to overview his role.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, sorry, no checkbooks brought to the meeting virtually or otherwise, Tara. Yeah, so Bob Wagoner, I originally was the executive in residence at Vantage Ventures, had moved over to this role in the fall. I'm a hybrid, working both with Matt on kind of the funding side, also on the LG Nova side, sort of identifying and incubating startups that sort of fit some of their industry profiles they're looking for. So I'm going to be on the lookout for startups. We're going to be also on the lookout for, just anybody we can draw to the state and potentially help provide financing and so forth. So super happy to be involved in this, and we think it's a nice high leverage opportunity. LG is very excited as well. So stay tuned. We will be more informative the next time we talk to you.
Great. We're just grateful to have friendly faces that are available and accessible to the ecosystem. So thank you all for joining us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll put
Oh,
our emails in the thread for anybody to reach out to us with any questions.
perfect. Thank you. I do have good news. Leah is back. So Leah, do you want to talk to us a little bit about High Rocks?
Sure. I'm sorry about that. I tried to get in earlier and just couldn't seem to get in for some reason. So, I'm Leah Dietz and I'm with High Rocks. If you've ever heard of us, a lot of people really know us for our camp. We started in 1996 with a empowerment camp. It's sort of a wilderness experience in the woods for young girls. But High Rocks has really grown over the last 20 some years and expanded well beyond that. Sort of one of the things that we really focus on right now is workforce development. And I was introduced to this group from Carrie Decker with the USDA after speaking with her about our Richwood projects. So I was going to talk for a minute about those projects, which is we have purchased 2 buildings there in downtown Richwood on the main stretch, and we are looking to open a social enterprise workforce development facility for young people. And the way that works, it's going to model our Lewisburg facility where we have a small cafe that is selling grab and go food items for folks that are in downtown Richwood, maybe going out on the trail or whatnot, and they can come in and get some specialty items. Those items will be crafted and made with food from our local foods farm. It's a sustainable farm in Pocahontas County. And in addition to that community cafe space where there'll be educational workshops and that sort of thing, which is all run by students, by the way. In addition to that space is a Tech Express where young people are learning all about computer diagnostics, cybersecurity, and that sort of thing, also run by students. And that is also open to the public, so folks can come in and have their computers worked on. And that's my time.
Thank you. I'm so sorry, Leah. If you want to put any information on that in the chat, we'll encourage folks to follow up, and then maybe we can have you back for a longer 5 minutes once it gets
That would be
going.
great. Thank
Appreciate
you.
you. Perfect. All right. Next up, we have Valerie, who's going to talk to us about show of hands.
Hi, everybody. I'm Valerie Pico. I'm a committee member for Show of Hands, which is an entrepreneurial pitch contest in the Wheeling area. And I have Riley Carpenter with me here today. She's a new employee with Wheeling Heritage, which is the organization that hosts the event. We are kicking off the 11th year of Show of Hands. And if you attended Bridging Innovations 2 years ago when it was held in Wheeling, you likely attended Show of Hands, which was really fun. So Riley's going to talk in a second about the upcoming pitch contest and the presenters that we have, but I just wanted to give a brief overview of what it looks like. What I love most about Show of Hands is it literally is a gathering of people showing their hands. It is a community vote. As everyone comes in, they put $5 in the pot and that buys them their vote for the evening. The committee selects 4 entrepreneurs to give pitches that evening. And then everyone has 1 vote for the evening. We typically draw crowds of about 200 people while votes are being placed. Music is playing. We have free food that sponsorship helps to cover. We have a cash bar. So it feels like it's like an evening out and you were there for like a night on the town while learning about local new small businesses. And it's just a really exciting evening. So it is a crowd vote, and then a winner is announced, and typically they take home a check of around $5,000 or so. So that includes the pot of money that we raised that night, along with some sponsorship funds. So Riley, I'll hand it off to you.
Sure, yeah. So our next event, it's gonna be the first one of the season. It's January 29th. It's a Wednesday evening. And we'll have 2 more show of hands in the year. The second one will be in May. And then the last one will be in September. So it's a not quarterly, every 4 months. So the 4 presenters that we're gonna have for this season's first kind of kickoff event. We're going to have Dunnage LLC, which is a screen printing business here in Wheeling. They're all here in Wheeling, but Aaron Varlas is the owner of that, and he's kind of looking to expand with some marketing and some new materials. We have Moonlight Intimate Apparel, which is Ashley Sutton. She's located in Center Market, and she kind of has a vintage lingerie and intimate apparel shop. It's very cool. We have another Center Market business, Outdated Threads, with Nicholas Provenzano. And he kind of does like an upscale selling of clothing and other vintage items. And the last one is Unique Nails with Carnetta Webb, and she is also in the market area.
Perfect.
Hope to see you guys there. I can provide the link to the site here.
Perfect. Thank you, Riley, and thank you, Val. We love Show of Hands. We love Bridging Innovation Week and Wheeling. So thank you guys for coming on and sharing that. We're looking forward to it January 29th. All right, next up, Doc. Can you talk to us about the PMI certification? And also, Doc, we're excited that you're going to be doing another workshop during Bridging Innovation Week 2025.
All right, thank you. I appreciate the time here, so I'll make this quick. Hopefully you can see my slide. One of the things we've noticed in our research is that, and I got this from ARC, Benham, Ford, Pew, is that almost 86% of our projects that fail coming from West Virginia fail because of two things. One, they don't have good project plans, and the second one is they don't have good economic impact analysis. So we're addressing both of those by first, I ran for 14 years the Project Management Institute training at NC State University. We are now moving that to West Virginia at Marshall. And to kick that off, we are now offering the first core and critical project management course. So I'll drop this in the chat so you can see that. It is the key course for entering and getting certified as a project manager. We will be offering CEUs. And for those who are project managers, PDUs. So this can count toward the project management certification. So I'll drop that in. It'll be the last of this month. We will be offering that class several times over the next year. And at the same time, just to anticipate things, we're pulling together a economic impact analysis center that we will open up for free for anybody who's writing grants that need that as well. So these are two significant efforts I'm trying to put into our center so that we can get a lot more grants and funding based here out of West Virginia. And that's it. I'll put my information in the chat.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Doc. I appreciate it. And we're looking forward to, again, partnering with you for bridging this year. And I'm going to reach out about taking the course. I think that's going to be a cool opportunity for us all to continue to develop. Hey, Tara, I heard you have something due next week.
I do. Thank you for asking so much. Ignite West Virginia. I'm sure you're all sick of hearing about Ignite West Virginia because we've been marketing for months, but round one entries are due next Wednesday by noon, January 22nd by noon. I'm also going to be emailing folks. I'm going to be looking for round one judges. So just be on the lookout. But if you are helping anyone apply for Ignite West Virginia, please remind them that the deadline is not midnight. It's noon. So thank you very much. I just threw the link in the chat, and hopefully that's the last you'll hear about Ignite West Virginia for a while.
Until February, where we hear more. No.
Oh my gosh, Mike Queen, come save me. Talk to me about what's going on with the Secretary of State's office.
I don't know that I can save you, but I will do my best. Hello, everybody from the Secretary of State's office. We have a new secretary in place. Many of you may know Chris Warner, who served the last 4 years as the executive director of the Economic Development Authority. So he comes with a great deal of interest in the business community and a great deal of interest in being even more supportive than we have been for the ecosystem. I want to, as we typically do on these calls, I want to give everybody the numbers for last month. Monroe County led growth with new businesses. So congratulations to those practitioners who worked in Monroe County for the month of December. Overall, for the month of December, we had 843 new businesses to form. Our preliminary numbers are here in front of me, but we haven't actually released them yet. You're hearing it first. In the year of 2024, we had 13,518 new businesses to form here in West Virginia. And I would say that the 85 people on this call had something to do with a great number of those. So we thank you for that. For those of you who are active in business development in Raleigh County led the state in 2024 with business development with almost an 18% increase in the number of businesses that are operating there. So congratulations to all of you who are working so hard in all of your counties, but in particularly Raleigh County. Those numbers are incredible numbers, 17.97% increase in new businesses. We're really focused on getting everybody engaged for bridging innovation to include an absolute increased number of legislators to participate on Tuesday. So we really hope that everybody on this call will take time to let legislators who are there know what you're doing so that they can be more supportive and more helpful. Thank you, Tara.
I love the exclusive update on 2024 numbers only available to the ecosystem calls.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. Thank you very much. Mark, what's going on over at Business Link?
Well, Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to 2025. It's hard to believe we are turning the page on a new year. Want to thank everybody for tuning in. Again, my name is Mark Burdett. I'm the program coordinator for West Virginia Business Link, a service of the West Virginia Small Business Development Center. We've got a couple announcements. I know the Corporate Transparency Act, I know the Secretary of State's office has talked about this, and we've been very proactive here on Business Link and the SBDC that injunction has been put on hold or is on hold again. So those who have not filed a business information report doesn't have to right now. It's open voluntarily. You can do that, but I highly, if any entrepreneurs on here want to know what that is, please go to wvbusinesslink.com. We've got a whole guide on there and multiple blog posts about that. So I know for ESOs that are serving entrepreneurs, you got a lot of questions about the Corporate Transparency Act and the reporting that's necessary. But everything's kind of on hold. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to help you out. Many of you know that Doug Spalding, one of our business coaches, has retired. We have an opening. So he went into the sunset on December 31st. So congratulations to Doug. If you guys know him, follow up with him and touch base with him. But we are hiring a new business coach. I'll put a link in the chat for that opportunity if anybody's interested. And I'll wrap up quick. I know Mary has an announcement about SBIR, so I'll let her share that here with you guys here shortly.
We'll throw it over to Mary.
Yeah, go ahead, Mary.
Put her on the spot.
I like to when she puts stuff in the chat anyway.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to put the chat.
If you're not ready, Mary, we can come back to you.
No, I don't know why my screen isn't coming on. But anyway, camera should be. Oh, it's because I'm off the video. Okay. Anyway, yeah, if anyone has a SBIR, STTR award, like people who have already been awarded an SBIR or STTR, West Virginia has a state matching fund, and our open application period is now. It's January 1st through 31st. So if you have received an SBIR, STTR, get in contact with me for an application so that we can assist you with getting some matching funds for that. So that's it.
Perfect. Thanks, Mary. All right. And thank you, Mark, for all the updates. We appreciate that. I will say I did the beneficial ownership reporting already, and it's not hard. It's just annoying. So something to do. Okay. Michelle, there is a ton of buzz going on about an event that is coming up for you. I've been hearing entrepreneurs talk about it, investors talking about it. Can you tell everyone on the call what's going on?
Yeah, I'm Michelle O'Connor with Nova Commercialization, And we are doing a Meet the Funders webinar on January the 29th at 10 a.m. And if I have the link copied right, I will put it in the chat. But we encourage everybody to come and meet the funders and learn who is in West Virginia and doing investments. And you'll be able to ask questions, and it'll be in a format just like this. So it's not a webinar per se, it's more of a Zoom open call. So we encourage everybody to join. And with that, I also want to make sure, because we see a lot of people who are coming in after me who are going to pitch. If you are contemplating starting a small business or have a small business or just want to have some resources available to you, this is the format that you want to come on. And we have an application that you can fill out so that you can come and do a 2 or 5 minute pitch. And Tara, I'll ask you to drop that in the chat for us. But with that, I will move it over to the entrepreneurs to have them do their pitches.
All right, perfect. So we're going to throw it over, and now we're shifting gears. We're going to Entrepreneur Corner. Our first pitch, our 2-minute pitch, is Mitch Wood with Respected Pros.
Hey guys, how you doing? I'm the owner of Power Wash Bros. There's a huge need for homeowners to have a list of businesses in their areas that they can trust and recommend. Every customer I go to, they ask me, "Hey, who do you recommend for this, that, or the other?" And so I kind of bit the bullet and took it the whole 9 yards in solving this problem for homeowners. I started Respected Pros. It's a small business networking group to where we get together once a month over a free small business breakfast. The networking is free. I created a quick video that I want to share with you guys to pitch this to you. And then let me see here. Screens, media player. And I'll share this in the chat also. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
We're not hearing the audio, Mitch, if you're playing the audio.
What's that?
If there's any audio, we're not hearing audio from the video, though.
Okay. And what we're doing is
There you go. There you go.
Hey guys, I want to show you a business networking group I started in North Central West Virginia. I'm Mitch, the owner of Power Wash Bros. We call this Respected Pros, and what we're doing is drug testing, background checking, license insurance, and local reputation checking our members. Nobody else is doing that. BBB doesn't do it. Angie's List doesn't do it. I will send a copy of this slide to whoever wants it. A little bit about me. I'm owner of Power Wash Bros. Here's our Respected Pros info that I just told you about. This centers around a small business breakfast. It's free. We get together once a month in Mon and Marion County. It'll be spreading to the other counties soon. Here's examples of our small business breakfast. Here's our referral sheet that all our businesses pass out to their customers. This is what homeowners have been asking me for years. Hey, who do you recommend for this or that? We're also in 8 local restaurants with our restaurant mats to advertise our businesses. All these businesses pitch in and pay for the mats themselves, so it's free for the restaurants. Here's our business plan. There's a lot into this. I've been working on it for 2 years. Our ask today is we're looking for mentorship and help in any way. An accelerator for this would be great. And we are grassroots right now. We have no funds to start this. Revenue streams will be membership fees, a monthly fee for our members, and we're looking for any help we can get. This is something new to the market. It builds off of a BBB and an Angie's List and a home advisor type group, including a BNI. I kind of combined 3 different types in a new way, and this is going to be amazing for small businesses and for homeowners in North Central West Virginia. Thank you.
Awesome.
There you go.
Thanks, Mitch. Appreciate you. You've been around the ecosystem for a long time, and I love seeing all your new businesses popping up. So keep up the good work.
I'll keep working hard. Thank you.
All right,
Bye-bye.
Logan, I hope you're on. I know you're late for class right now, but I'm going to send it over to you to talk about Best Damn Tape, DAM.
Thank you so much, Tara. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm definitely missing class right now, but Best Damn Tape is a hockey tape company. I started it when I just jumped out of playing hockey in 2023. I really noticed that there was discrepancy in the market, and I knew there needed to be a change. I kind of threw myself into the deep end, found some manufacturers, and forged up an agreement. My first year was pretty wild as a kid coming from just a sport of hockey to move into that. We did $7,000 in sales. And then this past year, we did $52,000 in sales. And now we work with teams such as the Anaheim Ducks in the NHL, Princeton University, and Ohio State University as well. A little bit about the products, the clear tape that we have. It's definitely a little different. It's what you put around your legs and your shin guards as a hockey player to keep things on tight. And then our cloth tape is what you put on the bottom of your stick and the top of your stick for more grip for gloves and pucks. And we also have wax as well, which you put on the bottom of the stick for extra grip on the puck. And I think once we can dominate this market and really establish ourselves as a player, we can move into athletic tape and medical tape as well. That's definitely in the horizon for us. And I really appreciate it again, Tara. And if anyone would like to connect, if you know any hockey players or teams, I would love to work with them. And another thing, we are also looking to do clear tape manufacturing in the United States, even better if it was West Virginia. So if any of you had known anyone or any connections, I would love to talk to them and love to talk to any of you. I really appreciate it again. Thank you.
Perfect. And I'm being dead serious. If you want me to email your professor, I'm happy to provide you an excused absence and proof that you pitched on here. So let me know what you need. All right. And then our 5-minute pitch today is Dylan, with founder of Dad. So Dylan.
Good afternoon, everybody. See a lot of familiar faces. Definitely appreciate the opportunity. My name is Dylan, owner of DADS, which stands for Drone Aerial Delivery Services, located out of Wheeling, West Virginia. Basically devising a smart, secure payload device to attach to the bottom of the drone, basically to be utilized for syncing smart factors to be able to eliminate some of the electronics of the drone to be able to allow for further deliveries and such. Like I said, located in Wheeling, West Virginia, basically utilizing the compartment to innovate the interior and exterior, basically meeting specific market requirements for the interior, which to the specific interior that would be utilizing for that market would be, say, fast food would be different than delivering clothes. So outside of that would be offering innovative exterior solutions for cost, basically appeal, interaction with the customer, etc. Basically providing a silver platter delivery experience to deliver direct from the housing to the customer. Pretty much operating in the autonomous drone delivery industry, looking to operate in the advanced air mobility industry in the future. What is autonomous drone delivery? That is basically utilizing an unmanned aircraft system to deliver everyday necessities from a home station in which the drone would be loaded with the ordered materials and necessities, flown directly to the customer or business, and then it would hover, lower the device, and you retrieve your items. So pretty much changing the compartment that is underneath. The market right now in 2024 is sitting at around $300 to $400 million in value. 2032, it's looking to grow to around 4.2 billion. How I winded up coming up with this idea, everyone was sitting around 2021. There's a bunch of difficulty getting basic necessities, things that we need. I winded up looking into getting the idea basically from drone agriculture. I seen they were making seeding and watering for plants and things for farmers. So I winded up coming up with the idea of basically taking a compartment and making it to where everyday necessities are more capable to get to where they need to go if there was ever a sort of incidents like that nature again. Problem and solutions within the industry. There's been problems with the futuristic appeal. There's been problems with being able to increase payload and capacity. There's been problems with being able to go fully national and global due to FAA regulations and restrictions. One of the things I plan on doing is collaborating safety measures to be able to improve the safety data metrics to allow for them to be able to improve the capacity. My 2024 experience has been pretty exciting. I ended up filing patent pending back at the beginning of the year. Got in contact with the West Virginia Small Business Development Center with Mary Hott and Stephen Roberts. They ended up getting me in contact with a bunch of resources from Department of Defense references to high tech and research and development to you name it. Ended up moving forward to speaking with a couple of university directors. Ended up getting to where I utilized ended up being able to utilize find out and make my 3D model. And then all these things ended up coming to the beautiful opportunity of speaking with the WVEE and getting this opportunity here. Basically looking for 2025 to grow to build my intellectual property. I need to be able to file my actual non-provisional patent. I need to be able to build for my product itself for the proof of concept to be able to reapproach those past references, and later in the year focus on doing research and development. There's plenty of competition within the industry between Flytrex, DroneUp, Mana, Amazon, UPS, you name it, but I believe my product has many benefits to where it will be able to succeed and compete with others. Basically just asking for between 25 to 50,000 for helping with those startup costs for heading into this next year so I can get closer to market ready. I appreciate you guys and look forward to speaking with you in the future. I'll drop my information in the chat. Appreciate
Thanks,
you.
Dylan. I hope you apply for Ignite West Virginia. I know you're working with Michelle, so you're going the right direction. All right. Okay, we have Brian Shaw. Do you have anything to say?
Yes. Once my camera starts.
I love it. Avery was ready for you.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, if you know anyone that's in the Putnam County area, Kanawha County, Cabell County, Mason, Lincoln, we will be hosting Build Your Business Workshop on the 22nd from 5:30 to 7. This is a workshop where we talk a little bit about the program resources that we provide and the support we provide to the entrepreneurs and early stage businesses, and hopefully get to help them push forward with their projects and their ideas. That was it.
Appreciate it. I was joking with Tara. We should put an Advantage Valley corner, just because you always have something. We need to add a corner for Advantage Valley.
We're busy. We're busy.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Mabry, I did see. I know you put something in the chat a little bit earlier. Do you want to talk quickly about that as we wrap up the call? If you're still on.
Yes, I'm still here.
Hi. Yeah, you want to talk?
Well, briefly, it's we're doing workshop and cooperative education training hosted at Fat Daddy's February 24th. So you can check out details at the link, but we're gonna give people some general education on what cooperatives are, what industries you find them in. We're gonna do a presentation on different types of funders and funding available that fund cooperative projects. And then we're gonna do a Q&A with one of those funders, the president and CEO of Rochdale Capital. And then we're gonna have lunch. And then in the afternoon, we're gonna do like a hands-on working session, helping folks implement democratic management practices into their businesses for those who want to stay for some rolling up the sleeves. This program or this training session is actually designed for is specifically designed for the businesses that we work with. So the core participants will be the three businesses that we've been able to help attract business capital to. But just like anything else, cooperatives is synonymous with business. And so the things we will be doing there will help any entrepreneur or anybody that wants help or different ways to think about managing their business and different ways to attract funding to it. So it's generally open to everybody, although we will be focused on serving the folks that we've already funded through our lending efforts. And I'm checked in. Thank you, Amber.
Thank you very much. We appreciate that.
All right.
Well, we're right at the top of the hour, so I think we're gonna wrap up. Tara, any final thoughts here?
Just thank you all. Thanks for staying till the end on the January call. We're looking forward to seeing you in February. And don't forget to register for Bridging Innovation Week.
Yes. All right. Thanks, everyone. Take care.